Hello everyone, this is Mr. Navratil here. In this video we're going to be taking a look on how to germinate seeds in the Clean Tech Lab. It is pretty easy. You're really only going to need the things that you see here on the table. We're going to start with a piece of germinating paper. This can be found in the gardening bin underneath the workbench number 1. Some sort of marker. We're going to need some masking tape. Obviously the seeds that we're going to be germinating. You're going to need the spray bottle that's in the lab and then a plastic baggie. So the first step here actually is to get the germinating paper wet. So we're just going to use the spray bottle. This has kind of like a button on it so that it can start up, and you just hold that for a second. And we're just going to want to get this damp. Obviously we're going to clean up the rest of this water afterwards. But you can see, just make sure that it is in fact wet all the way around the entirety of the germinating paper. And then you're going to take your seeds. Now you want to be careful not to use too many or too few. So this is a red beet that we're doing. The size of the seed might vary very much from whatever plant it might be. The seed might be quite large or it might be incredibly small. What you do want to do is make sure that you're spacing them out as much as you can on the germinating paper like this. And you also don't want to waste seeds, so if they're flying somewhere else, make sure that you get them back on the piece of paper. So this is pretty much the exact right amount per germinating paper that we can do. You see that they're nice and spaced out. If they were really large seeds, we could do like 1, 2, 3, 4, and if they were smaller, maybe a couple extra ones here and there. So once you have the seeds spread out on kind of the first half of your germinating paper, you're gonna take the paper and you're gonna fold it in on itself like this, and then press down so that the seeds are kind of tightly touching the top portion. And then we're gonna fold in half one more time, just like that. Okay, and it's at this point you can take one of the plastic bags. You're going to open it up, and you're going to want to carefully just slide that into the bag like that. Now when you Ziploc the bag that we're germinating seeds in, be careful that you only Ziploc up to about here. You don't want to cut the oxygen out from the bag entirely, so you're going to want to leave about that much open from the Ziploc bag. The next step is to get some paper towels that are in the lab, and we're just going to kind of clean up the excess water that's on the workbench. Once you've kind of cleaned up the area, the last step is very crucial. We need to make sure that we're labeling what kind of seeds we put in the germinating bag. So I just have some masking tape here, and you kind of just peel off a piece about yay big, and we'll throw it on the front of the bag. It's still a little wet. And then you're going to take your marker. So these were a red beet. And then you always want to add in the date so that you know when we started germinating the seeds. So for instance, today is November 4th, 22. So at this point we're all set. The last step is to make sure that we're putting this up on the window in the lab. So I just have a piece of tape on the top of the bag. You're going to come over to wherever it is that we're setting these on the window and neatly line them up with the rest, and go ahead and just tape that there. And you can see we have some of our other germinating seeds happening. And that is how to germinate seeds in the Clean Tech Lab.